What's going on, guys? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, I'm going to be discussing all of the rumors around Zach LaVine being possibly traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. Right now, according to Vegas, the Sixers and the Heat actually have the two best odds to land LaVine, and it kind of looks like it's a three-team race in the East for him, with the Knicks, Heat, and obviously Sixers bidding for him as well. But before we dive into the LaVine rumors, I kind of wanted to talk about the Bulls for a little bit because, again, today was just a prime example of this Bulls team just being one of the most poorly constructed units in the entire NBA. And I just want to say the number one problem with the Bulls is this. You have your three best players are all offensive-minded players. Vooch, DeRozan, and LaVine. No disputing that. They're all offensive-minded players. But they don't consistently generate open shots for themselves and for others. Neither of them do that. DeMar DeRozan, he can average his 5 to 6 assists a game. He doesn't consistently create open looks for others. And when you're at the end of the game in the NBA, like we talk about, you need good role players, you need good depth. Yes, that all matters. But at the end of the day, it comes down to having a guy who can consistently generate double teams on himself, gets the defense going in rotation, and can kick it around and find consistent open threes for his teammates. The Bulls against the Mavericks tonight, prime example of that. Tim Hardaway gives you 25. Grant Williams gives you 25. Are they going one-on-one? Are Grant Williams and Tim Hardaway going off the dribble and breaking guys down and getting to their spot and shooting? No. What is happening is you have an unreal offensive talented player in Luka, who is unselfish and plays the game the right way, who just consistently, over the course of a ball game, creates open threes for his role players. And yes, the Bulls can hang around. You can hang around by having a talented roster like I do think the Bulls have, but it's just the chemistry's terrible. You can hang around. But over and over again, you will get beat like that. You will get beat. They'll just naturally pull away. And that's kind of my rant for the Bulls-Mavs game. I think it was pretty damn obvious. You just don't have that guy. LaVine, he's not that guy. LaVine, he'll never be a one in his life, and it's honestly unfair to ask him to be that. Because I actually do think LaVine's game, he is a perfect number 2 option in the NBA. A unreal 3-level scorer. He can close the game out. He can focus on offense. But when you ask LaVine to be, your engine, or your kind of what you run your offense through, can't do it. You can't run an offense through Vooch, which the Bulls have been trying to do, and it's just been disgusting. It has just been disgusting. I really can't believe it. This is coming fresh off the loss, so you guys are seeing this tomorrow morning, the morning after, on Thursday morning. But listen, I'm breaking it down right now. We're diving into LaVine stuff here in a second, talking about the report that he will probably be going to the Sixers, but Another bad loss. I just don't think the Bulls have somebody who can consistently create open looks. And, it's what it is, man. It just simply, it is what it is. We knew this roster had a, max potential you could get to. Joke, man. But do want to close it out, kind of this episode of the Bulls Report, by just talking about the LaVine stuff. Because, listen, we've heard the news, we've heard the noise. The rumors have been going on all offseason, and I think the Bulls continue to lose games, the rumors are going to continue to heat up because there are teams in the NBA who could use a talent like LaVine. All of that, what I was saying about, I don't think LaVine can be a number 1. You can't run an offense through him. He just doesn't generate enough open shots. But I'll tell you what, if you put him next to an Embiid, if you put him next to a Bam and Jimmy, or if you put him next to a Brunson and Randall in New York, he could be a hell of a basketball player. And those are kind of the 3 teams in the Eastern Conference that I want to touch about with LaVine going to them. First off, the Sixers. I think the Sixers make the most sense. They opened up a ton of cap space after the James Harden trade. And I think the Sixers, they got more draft picks as well. I could see them throwing the Bulls a couple of expiring contracts to match Zach LaVine's contract, and then throwing them 3 first-round picks, and they're going to try to go get LaVine, because I think if you look at the kind of construction of that Sixers team, I love Maxey, I love what he is, but Maxey could be a second option, I think, but just to have like Maxey and LaVine be your 2-3 option next to Embiid, I think it could be pretty special. Obviously, if they want to reach their max potential, it's going to come down to obviously Embiid being healthy. But, man, if Embiid is healthy and you pair him up with LaVine and Maxey, they're going to compete for a championship. Too much talent. You got the top-end guy like Embiid, like the point of the show has been. You got to have a guy who can just consistently generate double teams, get the defense in rotation. You can have a good team. Let's take the New York Knicks, for example. The Knicks are a fantastic basketball team. I love what they have with role players. They got a great player in Brunson. Obviously, Randall was very hot and cold. But why the Knicks won't ever win a championship with the team they have is because they don't have that top 10 guy. You don't have that guy who can just consistently get the defense in rotation. And the Bulls have that same problem just with a shittier team. So, yeah. Guess we blowing up the roster. Coming in from the live chat. We are live here on the channel. But, yeah, listen, we can also talk about like the Miami Heat, for example, for Zach LaVine. I think he makes a lot of sense in Miami as well because I think LaVine needs to be around players who get it done on the defensive side of the floor. So, like, if you put LaVine next to Jimmy and Bam, and, like, those two will be the anchors. Jimmy will be that great point of attack wing defender. Bam can guard literally every player in the NBA with how versatile he is. And then you just say, LaVine, you just got to focus on getting buckets. Because you also wouldn't necessarily need to run the offense through LaVine in Miami either. Like, it would still be probably ran through Jimmy in those last moments because Jimmy is obviously a very clutch basketball player and he can get to a spot very easily. But, like, you would just give him another option, like another high-level scorer to do so. So, listen, close it out with also talking about LaVine to the Knicks. I don't know if LaVine would get the Knicks over the top, but it would just help out their offense a whole lot. And I don't know if LaVine would be necessarily a Tom Thibodeau basketball player, but I bet you Tibbs could get him to buy in defensively and, like, give him an assignment in the postseason. Hey, this is your role. Guard here, or whatever. Like, whatever it may be. I could see LaVine really buying in. But, man, this is coming straight fresh off the loss to the Mavericks. So that's why I was a little heated up there at the beginning of today's show. But, yeah, I mean, the Bulls lost to the Mavs tonight. Make sure you guys are subscribed to our channel here. But I think that's the biggest problem with the Bulls is they just don't have a guy that can consistently at the end of the games just get the defense in rotation, just consistently generate open shots for the players. And, you know, that just stems the biggest issue. So, listen, that's kind of my rant about the Bulls tonight. NBA simple, man. Like, we can get lost in all of this, like, oh, God, we got Torrey Craig. We got Javon Carter. Those are guys that are great that will help you, get better on the margins. But if you don't have that guy, you can just do it over and over again. Like, that's the thing. Like, the NBA, it's a long season. You see a lot of the same looks. You do a lot of the same moves. And if you just can't just do it over and over again, like, you're just not going to win a lot of games. And the Bulls fall to 2-3. Tell you what, they got lucky to beat the Raptors. They should be 1-4. This was a chance to get a big-time victory, get the 3-2 with a big-time win over an undefeated ball club. And just, again, the Bulls just can't execute late. So it's just the same old Bulls. It's just the same old Bulls. Just a little better makeup. Like, it's the same person underneath. So, listen, I don't know if LaVine's going to get traded. I really don't know, but that's kind of the report on everything. Thank you guys so much for watching today's edition of the Bulls Report. Please make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. I would really appreciate it, but we'll see you guys next time. As always, go Bulls, baby. All right, guys, we're going to sign off here on our live show. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Go Bulls. Going to be a long year. Shout out to Chef C, Casey, as always, user, Brandon, Dylan Bears, paid, Jose Gill. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my rant. See y'all next time. Peace.